Oh, hi there everyone. How are you all doing? Simon here, Ario's pipe smoker, back again. I've been away for a few days off the internet. My mobile data allowance was finished, but the clock got turned back last night to zero. So I have another 150 gigabytes to look forward to in the next month. So yeah, I think it's after the long Zoom meeting with Cassidy. Yeah, it just kind of chewed up the rest of my data. In some ways, it's quite nice running out of internet. When I first moved in here, I didn't even have internet on my phone. I had no internet. And I found in some ways it was kind of productive because rather than wasting time on social media and the internet, I'd actually write a list of things to ask the internet when I was up at my girlfriend at the times. Same thing, I would download some films and stuff. But yeah, now I have full time internet, and yeah, a lot of time does take up a lot of time, the internet actually. But yeah, this weekend's been quite nice without it. Been quite creative. Made a couple of new pieces of music I've uploaded. Repaired, I don't know if we can see this, repaired my polishing machine. Good tip actually. I mean, it's a cheapish one. I forget, it's like €60 or something. I've had to change the brushes once, and the other day I switched it on to do some work, and there was a big spark, and it didn't get going again. So I stripped it down this morning actually. Nothing really obviously wrong with the brushes and the motor assembly. And I deduced actually it's coming from the controller circuit board. There was no voltage coming out of it, so the motor was fine. But the AC to DC controller part, it's just kaput basically. And so I was like, oh no, what can we do? But I kind of, because I'd taken the motor apart to have a look, I kind of deduced that it was actually a DC motor rather than AC. And so I was rummaging through some stuff, and I found this DC power supply, and it's 22 volts, 1.1 amp. I think it's off a guitar reverb pedal I still have somewhere. So yeah, I kind of wired it up straight to the DC motor, and it works fine. And also it's a lot more usable. It's a lot slower. I think even on the slowest setting, this is actually running far too fast, to be honest. So I've had a few experiments with it running at this lower speed, and it's just fast enough to pick the carnauba wax off. I haven't got any laying around because carnauba wax, it's like it's not like beeswax. It's more like a lump of plastic, and unless the polishing cloth, polishing wheel spinning a certain speed to get the heat friction there, it doesn't pick it up. But it's just about right at the moment. Possibly, I think I'd like to go to 30 volts, but I mean, yeah, if this works at 22, it's fine. I've noticed if you push a bit hard, there's a little bit of a dip of the speed of the motor. It's not as powerful as it was. I think that's a good thing in a way though, because the alternative is if you push a bit hard or you get an angle on the pipe, you can actually burn the briar. So the fact that it dips down a bit when it has that much pressure, it should actually prevent scorching. Just means working a bit slower. So yeah, I mean, if anyone gets one of these, I personally would spend an extra £20, euros, dollars, or whatever, and just get a DC power supply and just rip out the electronics and run it on DC. It's a completely different beast. I've got a couple of bigger wheels to go on, but I'm not sure yet. Smoking this, I'll do a close-up as usual of the tobacco. It's just this little, I don't even think it's got a name. It's a nice little pipe though. a little deep rusticated thing, with some Tobacco House Kiel number 7. It's a curly mixture. It is slightly aromatic, but only in like the Danish direction, not a full-on aromatic. And the description is it's a mixture of Virginia and Perique, with some flavouring, and we all know that Thomas Darius only uses natural flavourings. Virginia Perique with Cavendish to give it a velvety feel to the smoke, they say, and a bit of Lumberley just to give it a bit of depth and sophistication. Yeah, it's a mighty fine tobacco, actually. I mean, it kind of is mildly aromatic. It definitely is when you smell it. You can just about pick the Perique up there. Not so much of the flavouring transfers to the smoke, just the right amount. Visually, it's kind of quite a darkish looking tobacco, and it kind of carries over into the smoke. Rather than being an aromatic Virginia, I just had to look on the internet what it was actually. I would have sort of erred on the side of, yeah, it's got some burley in there for sure. I was even erring on the side further down the bowl, but maybe there's a bit of Kentucky in there, or dark fired or something. But I just had a look, and it's a Virginia Perique with flavourings, a bit of Cavendish and a bit of burley. I'll do the close-up. So yeah, tobacco close-up. It's getting a bit bitty now because it's it's the bottom of 100 grams. But hopefully you can see there's a few little medallions, and yeah, it's quite a nice cut. And yeah, it's making this. I don't even think it's got a name. It's quite an attractive pipe, I think. And it's slightly panelled. Yeah. Deep, well, I guess it's a rustication rather than a sandblasting. But yeah, it's just a cheaper. There's the shellac mixture, the repaired grinder, and this nice Savinelli that's going to get a refinish. Yeah, as you saw on the table, kind of, I don't think that's going to come out so well. I've got the Savinelli Milano Deluxe here, and I'm just preparing it for a coat of shellac. I've been experimenting with shellac. Yeah, so far so impressed actually. This is mixed, they call it a 1 pound mix, I think, and it's roughly about 12 grams of shellac flake. It comes like flakes with 100 grams of alcohol, or 100 millilitres. I just weighed it as grams. Yeah, I've had a few test coats on some pipes, and yeah, they come out really nice, It's not like a varnish where you put it on and you have a shiny finish. You still have to polish it off. But it seems to, with carnauba wax, after a few smokes, maybe 5-6 smokes, there's really noticeable difference on the dulling after a polish. This, not at all. Seems to be staying shiny. I know, start with, I was under the impression that shellac blocks the pores of the briar, but with a bit of further research, also carnauba wax does, also the grease of your hands, just general dirt. So and looking on forums, asking around, nobody can tell the difference, whether it's a shellac or a carnauba finishing on in terms of quality of smoke. So yeah, this is like the weakest solution. Yeah, I'll say it seems to work quite successfully. I'm doing, they call it a 2 pound cut, which is twice as much shellac in the amount of alcohol. So I've got some of that mixing upstairs. You just got to add the two together and shake it every half hour for 5-6 hours, and it dilutes down, and then just apply it. So I'm going to try on a couple of my pipes that I've already done a first coat to do a second coat, just to see, whether it's necessary, whether it's like a wow, that's the finish, or maybe it'll vary from pipe to pipe. I'm not sure. But yeah, so far, a successful experiment. Well, I'm going to get back to doing some pipe work, I think. A bit more enthused now the buffing wheel's working. I didn't dare look at it. It went spark and stopped working, and I was like, oh no. So it's taken me about 5 days to get to the point of, yeah, I'm going to take it apart and see what we can do. And yeah, just working again, so, and working slower, which is always better, I think. So yeah, folks, thanks for your time, and yeah, now I've got the internet back on, I'll answer comments and try and be a bit more social. But like I say, yeah, no internet. Da, da, da. Well, all right then, guys. Happy smoking, and we'll see you all soon. Take care now, guys. Thanks for your time, as always.